Hello guys, today I'll be working on a 2001 Honda Accord. I'll be installing I know for sure a head unit if we have the right harness, and then I'll be attempting to connect a subwoofer box, amp, and all aftermarket parts. My first time doing it, so I'm gonna make sure I do it correctly, take my time. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so there's gonna be 3 screws to get this whole cover piece off. First one is you're gonna pop this off to the side over here. Get like a little thing, or panel poppers, or whatever, those plastic trim tips. I use this, popped it right out. There's gonna be 2 connectors in the back. You disconnect to get to that screw back there, and then the next other 2 screws, I don't know if you can see them, but there's one right there and one right there, and that'll disconnect all this, and then I'll be right back to show you the rest. You get those screws off, it's just simple, pry it out. Careful, remember this is a 20-year-old car, plastic trims break and they're harder and harder to find. But it is a Honda, so you'll find it anywhere. There's gonna be another over here, another little plastic trim piece you'll pull out, and then another connector over here you pull out, and that disconnects all the sensors for your AC, heater, all that. And then next thing you know, we'll be moving on to pulling out the unit. And then once I pull out the unit, I'll show you exactly how I did it. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, after like fucking an hour worth of work of trying to get off one stripped bolt, fuck the asshole who did that shit before. You're gonna have one right here, one right here. Don't know if you guys can see it back there, but it's right fucking there. And then there's gonna be one over here too. And that just should be able to pull your unit out, right? And then you're gonna have an aux cable that I already pulled out. It's right there. It's gonna be over here. And then this right here. And then then you're gonna take your unit on. If you have a Alpine, JVC, they're gonna be different. So I'll get to that when I start trying to put that in. Okay guys, I'm back. So your stock radio is gonna have a bracket, right? Depending on what kind of unit you got, you're gonna have to reuse that bracket. So once you reuse that bracket, the system you get, which we have the JVC KW, I'm not gonna say that whole number, but and what's it called? You're gonna connect it. We're gonna want to connect it and use the screws they give you, because you don't want to cross thread or fuck up anything about it. So once you get it on, you figure out which ones you need to put on, so the stock bracket doesn't move, doesn't shake, it's not gonna rattle, right? So this one only required me to put 2 of those bolts that they have. It comes with a ton. Then, so you know what I'm talking about, on the old one, you can see that it had 4, right? It doesn't move either. Same, no play like the other one, right? So we're gonna be good on there. And you can see where I took off the right side. So it's not too hard. It literally took me 4 or 5 minutes to get it done. And it's just, and then once you do it, you're just gonna put it back in how it is. And I'll be showing you guys how to show the end result, and maybe some of me putting it back in. Right now I'm trying to find the plug and play wiring harness, because I'm not trying to deal with firing this, because I don't have a wiring diagram, and I'm not trying to go spend 30 bucks on a wiring diagram. So a book just for one-time use to me, even though I'm probably going to be working on this car a lot more than I think. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am now back after dealing with some bullshit from the Eastville freaking Best Buy. we asked the guy for a 2001 Honda Accord adapter harness. He gave us a Ford adapter harness, but this is in. They sell adapter harnesses for your specific vehicle, so just literally plug and play. Match the wire colors. Some wire colors don't match. We had a issue with the blue wire. It said blue, but and then it connected to a blue and white wire. All I recommend is just turning the car on before using your heat shrink and all like that stuff in the back. In the back there, and just making sure the functions work until you get it. But this will be the final product, the JVC in this 2001 Honda Accord. And I mean, that's it. All you gotta do is put it back on. There, we had a strip bolt. We're not gonna put that one back on. We couldn't find anything at Lowe's or Home Depot to replace it, but we do got 3 of them. We're gonna replace all 3. Put the casing on, and I'll be back to show you the final product. So, and then just make sure everything else connects. Like right now, like you'll hit your blinkers. That's not working right now, so I'm gonna continue on putting everything back on. If it doesn't continue to work, I'm gonna diagnose it and see where I messed up. But I didn't realize that wasn't working till we had to go to Lowe's because my car was out of gas. So I'll be back with in a little bit. Okay guys, this is the finished product. I mean, we didn't measure the size. It was a gift, so we got to figure out something for this, but it is working. Sounds real nice. His blinker turn signals, all of it's working, so that is now verified. And remember, there's 3 screws right here, 3 screws to get it off. 1, 2, side pop right here. Use like a panel popper or something to get it off. And then there's 1 screw in the back. If you happen to drop one when you're putting it in, like we did, behind the dash, I would always recommend holding something from the top, because if the top falls back, it's a mess. What's the chances of the front coming up? So we did drop one. One's right here. We're gonna head to Home Depot in the future, take this one out and try to find a replacement for this one, because we ain't trying to go in the take the whole dash apart to get one little screw in the stripped one that we have back there. So we got two to get out to go to Home Depot to replace. But other than that, it's pretty cool. It lights up, has a whole bunch of settings we got to figure out how to use. But it also has the wire right here that we have to set up. But he's in a hurry. He has to get to his cousin's house, so I'm gonna set this up in a spot where it's gonna go. Most likely you always want to set it up here, but in a Honda it's kind of small, so I mean, and then there's a lot of work to wire around, take the dash out to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it right here for him. It'll work the same. So, but that is it for this video. Should be up by the time you guys see it, probably 2-3 days later. I gotta figure out how to edit. Haven't done it in a while. So talk to you guys later. Escape Automotive, chilling.